Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good morning. So right now we're going to start with our Dark Tower run this week. So let's go check it out. Okay, as you can see, we have 16 floors to get this done, and we will now hop right in. We are currently using the Morgoth skin and the Gleedy skin, or the Gleedy pet rather. Okay, so they have this Lord of the Forest. This will silence the enemies in line except nature when he dies. We want to take advantage of the range heroes that we have for later, but we also have heroes with high stats. We do have a Caesar's head on D2, and we do want to protect that so we can get mental shield for later. We got this Beholder, has some decent health stats, and then also can get some pentagrams and get some splash runes for us. Okay, we have the Sayuki here with a mental shield once an ally dies. We'll look to clear that out. We'll summon a melee hero with high health, and then also be able to get some health back when we do a kill. Yeah. Okay, they have the Grace over here with some random damage and also can give attack boost. We do want to clear this out now if possible. So we'll do, we'll do our damage skill so that we can mark them for damage. And then we will also think what would be good here. I do want to give protection against the Morgoth and their own soul binders. So what we can do, we can actually do either summon a hero with high stats, or we can give us some protection. We're probably going to be better off giving a hero with high stats. So instead, let's go with another. I'm going to go over here with the High Tinker on C3. At least then when we destroy some things with some extra nature damage, we can also get some damage pentagrams out. Okay, so we have one of our heroes destroyed. We have the High Tinker being marked with the damage skill, and that's okay. We'll go with, let's see. We'll go with this range hero over here on B1. This Priestess of Equilibrium can give mist to the enemies in the line for one turn, so we get a little bit of protection. Okay, we have the Scarecrow here with some Reborn and daily damage to our older heroes. We don't want to do our Soul Binders yet, as they can then also just place their own Soul Binders, but we do want to clear out some heroes, so let's do that. Let's go with melee hero over here. Yeah! Just to clear out the melee hero, we'll trigger the Reborn, and that's okay. Okay, as mentioned, we did want to wait for the Soul Binders to come out. As you can see, they'll also deal some random damage whenever a ranged hero on their side attacks. Okay, unfortunately, we don't have any ranged heroes on our side, but we will summon the Soul Binders anyways. And then we'll do a shuffle, see what we can find. Okay, we actually have two ranged heroes over here. We have the Sly the Forest Guard, which attacks poison, so poison. We could actually potentially do this, although this hero doesn't have a lot of health. Especially too with the Tiling Dragon Dance, but we'll try it out. We'll see what happens. Although the stats are a little better. We'll see if this can work as a board wipe. So we'll summon this range hero over here on D1. Got rid of one Soul Binder. And they got rid of both of our Soul Binders. So we're now actually going to be in trouble because we are being outswarmed by these heroes. We have this Lord of the Undead here with the Rotters. Don't have anything to clear out, and we still have to deal with the other Soul Binder, so I think we're probably going to lose this one just because of the number of heroes that are now on the board. Okay, especially too with this Sheer Shot with an attack boost for every wounded hero. Yikes. Okay, not a good way to start, but we will keep going. It just makes it easier next time. Okay, so we're currently facing a King of the North. King of the North deals some extra damage, some spearmen, and then also an attack boost on order. We'll go with, we'll go with this range hero over here on D1 to clear out the building, and then also have some protection with our own building. We have this Dr. Fear here with Reborn and Vampirism. Okay, we have the Shadow Manipulator, which summons some puppets, and those puppets can do reflect damage and cleanse. We're going to go with a range hero over here on A2. This Ogre plant can summon some plants, and we can also, excuse me, we can get some more plants to attack, and then also block the lanes. Okay, we have the Oster over here with silencing some male heroes when she dies, and then also a health boost at the end of the turn for every female. We do want to get rid of this now if possible. We'll do a shuffle, see what we can find. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I do know that this Dragar gets an attack boost for every hero. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, 20. Nah, we're still a little short on that. Guess we'll do our damage skill, and then we'll also follow up with the Dragar at this point because at least the Dragar. Oh, Dragar already had enough damage. That's good. Never mind then. But we do want to protect the Dragar because she gives an attack boost to our heroes at the end of the turn. Let's summon another. We have this Elf Slayer over here with some bleed. We'll zone this range hero over here on A2. We'll see, as you can see, the puppet coming out from the Shadow Manipulator, but that is okay. Okay, at this point now, we're going to summon our Soulbinders because they don't have too many heroes, and we can go for lethal using the Dragara. Against this Morlock over here, gives evasion to a random. We'll go with the range hero over here on A2 to trigger off the Soulbinders. And then there we go. So that was Alexfield. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we're facing a Morgoth here with the Drogon skin. Start with the melee hero with high health, and we'll just go for damage. This melee hero over here on C3, this Dark Knight, gives us some mental shield. Okay, they have their Ogre plant, which they can summon another plant. That is all right. Just looking around, we'll go with this range hero over here on a B1. This Turtle Teacher can give us some spikes whenever one of our heroes attacks. And also, we'll get a little bit of heal. This is good. Okay, we're gonna go with the, ooh, this is gonna be kind of nice. Let's go with the Dragara over, or not the Dragara, but the Yoster over here on a, yeah, we'll go with the Yoster over here on B2 just to deal some more damage. Okay, they did their damage skill, and that's okay. Okay, we have the Deadlord here transforming our Dark Knight. We do have some damage at the very beginning, and then we're also taking damage to our heroes at the very beginning as well. We'll go with this range hero over here on a, C1. This friendly spirit has flight, also is a female, and when she dies, she will freeze a random enemy. Okay, we have our Yoster dealing damage at the very beginning, then she dies and did the damage over there. We'll go with range hero over here on a 1. This Puppet Mistress will summon a puppet, will help us remove some negative effects and then also deal some reflect damage. Okay, they did the Soulbinders. Okay, they have their one range hero. We'll do our damage skill and then do the Soulbinders. And once again, we don't have range heroes. Surprising. In this case, we'll do another shuffle so that we can trigger off the Soulbinders, and we get a very good hero this time around. We'll go with the Floss here on A1. The Floss has some multiple summons, and each one of the summons that attacks with the range is going to trigger off the Soulbinders. Okay, at this point, we have the Grace of Rockfleet with some random damage. We'll go with this range hero over here on C1. And this Battle Angel will give mental shield to one of our heroes when they die. And that'll take advantage of the extra summons that we get from the Floss. Okay, at this point now, we'll go with this range hero over here on B1. And with the passive damage at the end of the turn, there we go. Okay, so yeah, let's keep going. Okay, we're facing an ogre with a sentry pet. They'll be getting some attack boost to their heroes. Let's go with the melee hero with the high health on... We'll go over here on B3 just to clear out the buildings. Got the Minotaur here with a little bit of regeneration and an attack boost to heroes. Okay, we got this Archwitch here giving some vampirism and also attack steal. Go with the melee hero over here on the high health on A3. Again, just clearing out some buildings. Okay, we got the Half Moon Priestess with Mental Shield at the end, also some vampirism. Do you want to take advantage of our skill here? So we have a couple of options. I think we're going to go with this one over here. So we're going to go with this old god on A3. When he is attacked, he will freeze range heroes. Okay, and this York here, destroy the heroes in the line. Also has Reborn, but is frozen for the turn. We'll go with... You know we have some curse over here. So yeah, we'll also do some curse. Some attack steal. Okay, we force the silence off the ogre, so that's good. Okay, we have a dark tree here on A5 that deals some damage at the end of the turn. You know that we have some additional damage over there. That's not bad. Yeah, we can deal some random... Oh, yeah, we'll do some random damage over here. And I'm not going to use the damage skill quite yet, because we're only going to get rid of the York. We did force the stones, so that's good. At this point now, we can wait. We can wait one more turn. All right, even if the York now gets extra attack, he still won't be able to break through. But let's go with the damage skill. We'll go with the soul binders as well, so we can clear out some of these stones, and then we'll go with the Yoster over here on a B1. I want to deal some damage to those stones, also clear out some heroes. And see, we got the York come back into play off the Reborn. Okay, we took a little bit of extra damage here because of the Dominus with the extra attack and the adjacent damage to clear out some heroes. Summon another range hero so we can trigger off the Soul Binders. Clear out the Dominus, and then also this Wild Tamer here is a female, so that will help with the health boost with the Yoster. At this point now, we're just going to keep attacking. We'll go with our Shaolin here on A3. We'll give Order allies immunity to silence, and then also an attack boost to our heroes. And there we go. Okay, let's keep going. Yay, it's Drogon Ogre. All right. Okay, so once again, in Ogre, we will go with a range hero here with the high health, and we'll summon this on, or high health, or high attack, okay health. We'll summon this on a C1 here. Okay, we got the Soulmonger. When he's attacked, we'll deal damage to enemies in the line. Do actually want to kind of set this up now. I'm going to go with this building here on C2. This Tesla Tower will deal damage to enemies when they come into play. Also deal some damage to enemies in the line. Okay, we got this Cursed Oak giving negative attack to our heroes, also dealing some damage at the very beginning. I'm going to go with the... Goliath over here on B3, just to clear out the building. Okay, we did force the silence, so that's good. And our Goliath has decent health. Okay, we have the Storm Rage here. When he dies, he'll deal damage to enemies in the line. I wonder if we do want to clear him out now. I do want to protect this building, although this building will pretty much die once the damage skill goes off. So we could actually wait a turn. We'll go with this range hero with the high health on B2. Okay, we have the Wind Snake here giving health boost to the nature enemies. We'll go with this range hero over here on B1. Clear out the Storm Rage. We'll take some damage and that is okay. Take some other reflect damage and that is also okay. We force the stones. And now on C6 we have this follower dealing some damage whenever Pierce happens. We'll go with the damage skill. We'll go with the Soul Binders. And then we do have another range hero. This one's going to be kind of nice. We'll summon this one here on B2. Okay, we cleared out all the heroes. The Jolnir here gets damage to non-order heroes when they come on play for every one of the heroes that we had. So we can actually deal some extra damage over, as long as we keep on summoning order heroes. Let's see. Soulbinders, we'll clear those out. We'll see the reflect damage happen on the Kabas here. Don't want to use a shuffle, but we can summon another order hero. So we're going to summon this over here on C2 so that way we don't trigger off the damage twice. Every time we attack the Kabas, we'll see the reflect. As you can see, we just cleared out another hero. We'll go with another older hero. The Shaolin here on B3 can give us attack boost to our heroes, also deal some damage when he dies. And at this point, we'll just keep on summoning older heroes if possible. And see, we're a little bit of armor happening because of the Kabas, and that is okay. Go with this range hero. Let's see. Yeah, this one's fine. Yeah, we'll go with this range hero over here on A2. We'll get some attack pentagrams, which will at least stop some negative pentagrams or tiles from coming, or negative runes rather. Okay, let's see here. Bard over here with the attack boost. We'll go with the... I know that we have a totem that we can summon, and even though this Hoodoo is going to die because of the amount of damage taken, we'll at least get the totem out. And that totem will allow us to heal and then also have attack boost. Okay, at this point now, we'll do... We got the Groot over here silencing our heroes in the line, so that actually stopped one of our soul binders. We'll do a shuffle, see if we can find an older hero, which we do. Summon this over here on P3. Okay, and at this point we do have lethal because of the attack. We'll just summon another order hero. And there we go. So that was Undertaker. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, another ogre and a sentry pet. Oh, we're starting first. We'll go with this melee hero over here on D3. This has lower stats than the other heroes, but when this Demon the Ripper dies, we'll set the health of 2 of the enemies to 1, and that'll help us clear those out. Okay, we'll go with this melee hero over... Thinking what makes sense. We'll go with this melee hero over here on A3, just to spread out our heroes, and that way we won't get attacked on the first time there. Okay, we got the Warden of the North. You have some attack steal, and then we'll also freeze one of our heroes when that happens. Now, I do know that this Masora here has Pierce, and even though we won't be able to get a copy because it's in the same row, we'll at least be able to clear out these heroes and not have to use our damage skill. Also, we force the silence too, so that is good. Okay, we have the Madame Lotrix here. This will summon 2 puppets and will remove negative effects when those puppets die. That'll actually hurt us from doing our damage skill, so we'll need to find a way to clear this out. We could do... Do we have any type of pierce at all? Oh, we can use an extra attack rune, that could help. And we do want to get rid of those puppets first. Okay, we're once again, we're not going to be able to use our damage skill, but we can use the soul binders. We're going to wait at least one more turn to get those stones out. So in the meantime, let's just keep summoning heroes with high health so we can take the damage. We have this Jotun here, which freezes the enemy that it attacks, which in this case is this melee hero. Okay, at this point now, we have the Orc Master with some extra attack, and when he dies, and then also has extra attack now. Not quite too much. I do want to wait one more turn. We can still take the damage, and we'll keep going with a range hero. Let's go with this one here on A2. We'll clear out the Jotun, and we'll get some extra attack. Oof. Okay, it's getting kind of close now. So we got the Ghosta here dealing some extra damage to our Warlord whenever one of the enemies attacks. We'll go with the damage skill, we'll go with the Soul Binders, and then we'll also follow up with... Go with this range hero over here on C2 to potentially clear out the Ghosta. We're taking advantage of our extra attack now. And we lost all of our Soul Binders, which is unfortunate because of the damage happening from the Ghosta. Okay, that is all right. We have the Dark Knight here with some Mental Shield and also some Vampirism. Let's go with this melee hero over here on A3. We are triggering the stones, and that is alright. Taking advantage of our extra attack. Okay, we have this Jaxi here that gives us some block and then also some evasion and extra attack. We have the Koshi over here giving negative attack to our heroes. We'll go with the... What's going to make the most sense? We'll go with this flight hero over here on C2. And as you can see, some healing pretty much whenever we attack any of the lanes. We're still dealing damage with the Mina Helsing whenever one of the enemies attacks, so that's going to be good. Let's see. Go with the... Do want to protect our heroes. We're going to go with this flight hero over here on A3. So we can actually stop the Koshi from attacking. Okay, we have the Free Folk Leader, which gives miss to one of our heroes at the end of the turn, which in this case looks like it is the Winged Knight. We'll go with the Kabas here on D3 to give us some block to our Warlord, and then also have some reflect damage. Okay, we have our Wyvern also dealing some poison, finally getting rid of the Dark Knight. Okay, we have the Aharon here with some reflect damage, or sorry, some phantom attack, and also steal some attack from our wounded heroes. We'll go with, actually, this range hero over here on C1. This Friendly Spirit, when she dies, will freeze a random enemy. In this case, we actually clear out the Aharon because we have accuracy on our Mina Helsing, so that is good. See that reflect damage coming back into play. We also gain some health back because we did trigger a melee hero killing. We'll go with this melee hero over here on a, C3. And, well, there you go. A little bit of a scare towards the end because we lost the Soul Binders due to the Ghosta, but we did clear out those heroes, and then we came back with the Kabas. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so they're starting first. It is a Drogon Ogre, once again. We got this Justice Inquisitor, which will give miss to two of our Chaos Heroes at the end of the turn. We'll go with this range hero over here on D1. Whoa! And that was good. We got a lucky transform with the Evil's Helper, transforming one of the enemies into a reward box. Okay, we have this Emerald Dragon, which has spikes, gives spikes to allies, and then also Splash and Flight. We don't have anything for this right now, but we can... I guess we can block in the meantime. We'll go with this melee hero over here on D3. This Drunk Master has Mental Shield, and we'll at least be able to protect the range hero. Okay, let's see. So we got the Old God here, which will freeze our range heroes for a turn. I do want to clear out this, what do you call? The Emerald Dragon. But you know what, we're going to go actually with this range hero over here on A1. This Hoodoo will summon a totem. And at least when that totem comes out, we'll at least have a hero that can't be silenced, because it is a building. Okay, let's see here. We'll go with this building over here on D2. We got this Necromancer, which will summon a Rotter in front of themselves. And we have our Dark Tree, which will deal damage at the end of the turn. Okay, we have this Paladin freezing a random adjacent enemy. We'll go with this melee hero over here on D3. This will give miss to one of the enemies for a turn, which in this case looks like it is the... not the Paladin, but the Necromancer here. Okay, we got the Sly the Forest Guard summoning, let's see, summons a mushroom, and that mushroom at the end of the turn will die, and then also poison enemies in that area. We'll do our damage skill, and then we'll do our Soul Binders. And then, let's see. Ooh, I do know that we can deal some poison. That's nice. Let's go with this range hero over here on C1. We'll do our random damage, clearing out all the stones. Okay, they have the Void Juggler, which gives extra attack to a random ally, but they can't because this Old God here has immunity. We'll go with another range hero over here on the C2. As you can see, our range heroes are frozen, and that is okay. We summon the Flammy Heli because of the shards coming out that will give Mental Shield. Okay, we have this Diana has some extra attack. Or not extra attack, rather, but an attack boost. Let's see. Random damage. We'll go with our melee hero over here on D3, just to block. In this case, we did have our Soulbinders did clear out the other heroes. Okay, we have the Sunrise main dealing damage to our male heroes at the end of the turn. Also female health boost. Go with the Transform here. Another Evil's Helper. Okay, we have the Snake the Lizard Prince. It has some resistance. Also will steal attack from us at the beginning. You want to take advantage of this other... Let's go with this Dominus here on C3. He has some extra attack. And as you see, it is stolen, but that's okay. We also have some adjacent damage, which you can do against the snake. Okay, let's take advantage of our Soulbinders again. We'll go with this range hero over here on C2. Okay, it looks like our totem is destroyed because of the Drow dealing damage to one of our wounded heroes. Go with... not bad. We'll go with a range hero over here on E2. Give a health boost over to our nature hero. Okay, we have the Mizu over here summoning some water elementals, and those water elementals will summon some freeze runes. We'll go with the Aphrodite here on A2. At the end of the turn, she'll deal damage to the enemy equal to the health of one of our heroes. Oh, and there you go. Well, that was Sam. Okay. We can do one more, and then we will stop our session for now. Ooh, we're facing a Son of Woods with a Sentry Pet. Okay, I forgot what their damage skills do. So they do spikes when they're attacked, also silences, and then also the health boost, or the attack boost to nature enemies. We'll go with this melee hero over here on A3. And this Lady Curl gets an attack boost on order. This Olaf here deals damage to a female enemy when it dies. Okay, in this point, we have Lord of the Forest here, deals damage to the enemy who attacks on melee. So not quite enough to destroy anything. You know that we can freeze an enemy at the end of the turn, so that'll be kind of cool. So let's do that. This is the Lake Pixie here, freezing the enemy. Okay, since there were no female heroes this time around, none of these heroes were destroyed. Do you know that? Let's see here. I'm gonna hold off on this. We're gonna go with our melee hero over here on... Thinking if this is going to make sense. We'll go with our melee hero over here on D3. The King Taurus here, let's see, we'll give spikes to the... Wow, that's actually pretty big. That's a different type of skill. Okay, we're a little behind on the board. We will do our damage skill. We summoned the Mr. Flap on the previous turn because he has immunity, so we can actually get around the spikes. Then we'll go with this range hero over here on A1. This Priestess will give miss to enemies in the line for turn. And actually, since this whole line is full, they won't be able to attack this hero. They're still marked with that damage skill, by the way. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's go with... Just get some attack boost for every nature ally, which is actually not quite enough. But what we can do is we have this hero with the high health, and he actually gets even more health with the Mr. Flap skill. Okay, the Lord of the Forest was destroyed. The damage skill. Okay, we have a Grace of Rockfleet here dealing some random damage. The random damage won't hit the Mr. Flaps, but we do want to clear this out anyways, so we'll go with our Soulbinders. And then we'll do a shuffle to find a range hero to trigger off the damage. In this case, we do find a pretty decent one. We'll go with the Vixen here.
Unbelievable.
Okay, the Vixen deals damage at the beginning of the turn. And against this Angler Vole, we'll be able to destroy that. And we can just skip the turn here because we'll have lethal off of the Mr. Flap. So yeah, so there you go. Okay, as mentioned, we are going to stop here because we want to keep these videos a little shorter. But yeah, we will see you guys later. This is Happy Splasher. This is Happy Splasher, signing off.